You are on your way to becoming a woman. There are simple rules for a woman to succeed in life. Beware of everything, especially men.
I did not exist before I met you. My soul was empty.
The moment Zelma fell in love with Sergei, her neurons started to release 3 neurotransmitters: norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine.
Your ass is sagging there, right under the cheeks. Without me, you wouldn't know your flaws.
If you plucked your eyebrows and wore short skirts, you'd be able to get a rich guy who would take care of you.
I'm a girl and have a girl repertoire. I'll be the best girl I can be.
Let's go. What a great day to get married.
Do you have a secret?
You are the one. You can change everything.
I feel so small before this daunting.
I would give everything I have for you to love me, except for just one thing.
I dance on the graves of my many mistakes. They're cold, shiny stones. They teach me new rules. Tip, top, tip, tippity top. I'm moving forward. I'm moving out. Tip, top, tip, tippity tip. I'm moving forward. Going on a trip.
Love your children more than your husband, and everything will be all right.
Could it be you?
Hola amigos y amigas de Mundo BSO, vamos a hablar hoy de una película que está en Filming, que la podéis ver en Filming, lo habéis visto el tráiler. Es una película letona, es una película de animación alternativa, no es ortodoxa, y es una película valiente, es una película muy, en fin, no es infantil. Bien, la música en esta película tiene una gran relevancia. Hay canciones y hay música incidental, y de ella vamos a hablar con el amigo de Mundo BSO, que es Kristian Sensini, que ha escrito algún artículo también para la web. Kristian, benvenuto a Mundo BSO.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Corrado.
Kristian, let's do it in English because some of our audience will not understand you are Italian, and some others will not understand my Spanish. So, why this film needed music? Not your music, but music.
Yes, I think that music, in this case, being an animation movie, was an essential part of the storytelling, because music in animation make things more real. You understand, you fall in the suspension of disbelief in a better way with the right music. So after, I think, 5 minutes or maybe less in the movie, you immediately forget that you are watching some animated drawing, and you fall in the illusion that the story are made with the real people. So in my opinion, in this movie, the music helped in this way.
In my opinion, there is something magical. This is what film music is about. Without the film, the music has no sense at all. I mean, not of course, musically it has, but dramatically, I mean, you can't understand the meaning, the dramatic meaning of the music without the rest of the film, and without the music, the film is senseless. I mean, the film is emptiness, is empty, the film, or almost empty. I mean, somehow between the music and the rest of the film, there is an intercourse, an interaction. So the alliance is not just, for the skin, the music for the skin of the film, but for the dramatic. So it's this sort of alliance. So the film gets better explained through the music, and the music also gets its meaning, its deepest meaning, thank you to the rest of the film. So you said the storytelling. Of course, it is the storytelling, but more than storytelling is the depth in the drama,
Yep.
And the music has many layers, many layers, different levels. I mean, there is drama, there is emotion, there is comedy, whatever.
Comedy.
But you know, this chaos in the music is very ordered in the film too. So
yeah.
how did you manage to put that specific chaos in a musical order?
When you talk about chaos, you're right, because my initial feeling was to have to be really consistent with music. I tried to have the same palette of instruments, the same palette of arrangements all over the movie. And when we did the first demos with Signe, we see that this didn't work. We needed the chaos in music, in the alternance of style. You have a lot of cues with just percussion. You have a lot of some cues that are musical song. You have some cues that are classical film scoring. You have folk music. You have the lot of musical experience and a lot of feeling that you have in real life. For this, in my opinion, the music and the movie works because it's real, like the real life we're living. Life is not every day, every time drama. It's not every time comedy, but we have a lot of point of view on that.
Kristian, I will not agree with you in what you have said, because it is not about our lives. Of course it is, as we have the perception of it is about the girl. I mean,
the girl. Of course.
I mean, through the music, through this chaos, very ordered chaos, we understand the character. I mean, see, if you should have put, the main theme for her, and the very one theme, and with his transformations and variations, it would be a character well defined. But through this chaos, you also explain a lot of the character of her, of she's insecurity. I mean, her life, her road in her life is.
Yes.
So the music explains that very much. I think that somehow, music in a big part of the film is not outside the character but inside her.
Of course. Also because the movie it's about not the point of view, the external point of view of the audience. It's the point of view. It's so internal that one of the main characters is not her, but it's her biology. It's her chemistry, how the brain, how her brain works. So we have inner side of the character, and this is a really strange thing because you don't see something like that in movies. You have the external point of view on the character. You have some thought of the character, but you don't see how a person works from the inside, from the biological point of view. So it's really internal.
No, of course, and we the music functions, works as her second voice.
Yes.
And this is what really makes the film. I mean, that's why I told you that without the rest of the film, the music would have lost his sense, not musically, dramatically. I mean, and without the music, the film would be empty. I mean, that passion in the music, that movement in the music, makes that the passion and the movement of the girl, and that I think that it is brilliant and intelligent.
And let me say also that Signe, the director, is a really musical person, and it's really generous. Nowadays, a lot of directors are a lot of scared by the music, by the power of the music, because in the end the music win. And Signe it's really into music, and she know the power and how the music can help a movie. So we are on the same line on the film telling from the musical side.
Of course, and it's good that you have said this, because sometimes, for example, in François Truffaut films, sometimes the music is the voiceover of the director. Yeah. I mean, in François Truffaut, except in his 3 last movies, but in the other movies, the music is the point of view of the director explaining what the film explains. In this case, it is obvious that the director of your movie has used the music to complement the construction of not only the ambience or the places or Russia or whatever. It is also there for that, but from the construction, the final construction of a very complicated character, and that's, I mean, this is chess. This is chemistry and chess, and this is wonderful. Kristian, do you know that I think that your movie has some relation? You will understand why. You have some relation with the Brothers Marx movie.
I'm curious about it.
All right. You know,
I love it.
No. What happens in the Marx Brothers movies? That the comedy was so fast, so many jokes, so intense, that the risk would be that the audience get tired and disconnect. And then the jokes are not funnier anymore. So what did they do in the films? All right, in the vaudeville style, a sequence or 2 sequences of comedy, a musical number.
Yeah.
Let the audience rest, and then go again to the surrealistic madness comedy. Now, time to rest. Another musical number. This is incredible because it works from the times of the vaudeville. I mean, you have to respect the audience. You have to give them breaks to let me. I mean because I will. If not, I will be oversaturated and then disconnect.
Yeah. It will be overwhelmed. Yeah.
This is exactly what happens in your movie, because the music is so intense, so contradictorial, so so anarchical, so that the main risk is, all right, I mean, it is enough for me. I disconnect. I mean, I can't deal with this madness of music. So the insertion of the songs, the Marx movies, was this planned like this?
Yes, because the musical number were already in the script. When I read the script that Signe sent me, every little song, they are very short, as you can listen to. Every single song were already in the script. So the movie is a part musical in the form of Marx comedies, but it's also like the Greek theater, when you have a break of the Greek chorus, and it's so the narration of Signe, the storytelling is so deep in the ancient culture, and it works very well because it's like ancient Greek theater.
Of course, the songs close and open a new chapter. And that is good because the songs are music that the audience says, watch. Yeah. I mean, I know there is music. I mean, I'm seeing the music here because, I mean, they sing it. But the incidental music is not visually. I mean, it enters through the song's subconscious. You know what. So that is why this kind of music could have the risk of exhausting the audience, because there is no melodic music. So this is be like the Marx Brothers style, the vaudeville style, or be it also the Greek style of closing and opening chapters. It works very well because it separates different chapters, but not. There is a dramatic arc in the music that puts all together in a very solid structure.
And also there is a third layer in the music, that it's the biology music. As I said before, they are just percussion, and I was really scared about those musical number, because I said people will be bored to listen just to percussion, and the challenge here was also to express some feeling like love, like a character that is scary, that's angry, using just percussion. And I think I never heard a score like this that try to use percussion not just to give a sort of rhythm of the story, like in the Birdman, for example. That is a narrative, the percussion, but it's used more to give some kind of rhythm of to the scene. In this movie, the percussion are used to bring on the narration in a total different way. And I think that it's not boring, the soundtrack, also because that you have a musical number, a song, you have a cue with just percussion, you have a folk song, and you have a more dramatic underscore with just string, for example. So it's something that I think express a lot of layer in a lot of different musical way. It's not something you listen every day on score.
No, of course. Your music is a journey. It's a journey. You begin in minute 0, minute 1, and you go through the film, growing the music in a journey, so that when we are in the minute 50, the minute 50 is the sum of from minute 1 to minute 49. It's for example, if a person begins to watch the film in the minute 50, the music will not get him anywhere. You need to be from this bonus for the very first beginning, because the music will take you to the end of the film in progression. So the music by feeding itself, if you know what I mean. So in the minute 50 is the consequence of what has been happening from the minute 1. So this is the journey of the music, that the music grows and gets in layers, in depth, in whatever. So it's
and that's why, let me say, Corrado, that's why I usually tend to score the movie in sequence. Of course. It's not something that happens in every movie, but with Signe, I try to have the same experience as the audience have. So to have to write music really in sequence. The first musical number has been written as first thing in the movie.
If some director are watching or composer, but why? Because the character is not the same. She's not the same in the minute 50 or in the minute 1. So the composer, the filmmaker that makes cinema through the music, has to understand that the character in the minute 50 is not the same that the character in minute 1. So you have to get inside the character and go and explain her to the audience through the music from the very beginning to the end. So this is the dramatic arc that even the music being chaotic or diverse or whatever, it is very solid in the inner of the music. I mean, it explains a lot of the character. With that, Brother Marx stops to make some let me breathe a little.
Yeah.
So this is wonderful as you take the film from the very first moment to the end.
And this was also the intention of the director. Also because, for example, the final song, when we wrote the final song, and it's something that doesn't happen in a score, that the final song is written by the composer and by the director, because in the ending title, the lyrics are also by Signe, and the music is mine. And she wanted to write a final song to end this narrative arch, as you said. And she said, I need a very last song after the movie is finished, because I want to use the song as sort of sequel of the movie. I want to tell with this last song what will happen to the character after we see her disappear from the scene. So what you say, it's perfectly in the intention of the director from start to finish. And even the final song is not something to make people happy, to make people be happy because there is a pop song in the end, but is also part of the narration and to sort of resume the story arc of the movie. So it's exactly as you said.
So Kristian, a wonderful job. I think that it is your best and deepest work that I know of you in films, and I wish you the best of luck, la mejor suerte para la carrera de una. This film is, it's an alternative. It's a very interesting film. So I hope it has good luck in festivals and whatever.
And we are, as I said, we are running in the Oscar race. So the film has been submitted. The final song has been submitted. The score has been submitted. And we hope for the best. It will be very hard because we are fighting with the giants.
Of course,
as I said, with fighting with just one arrow, and we try to shoot it in the best way possible.
No, you know, it's complicated because the competition is strong. But the best award is to have people watching this movie and people enjoying this movie and connecting to the people. I think this is an intelligent film. It's not, of course it is emotional movie. Of course it is emotional, of course. But more than that is a game of the audience must have to participate in the construction of the film. Is not the spectator, the audience is not a passive one that explain me a story. The film demands, ask, and your music too. Ask and demands the participation of the audience, an interaction between the film and the audience. That's why it's so important. The brothers Marx thing.
Yeah.
Let me breathe, please. Let me breathe because my head is going to explode. So that it is a very good chess structure, and I think that it works perfectly. Gracias, Kristian. Muchas gracias. Grazie.
Thank you.
Y nos hablaremos pronto. We'll talk later.
Thank you.
All right. Gracias, Kristian.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Conrado.
Adiós.